So, fellas, women treat men according to how they view them sexually. Okay, we all know what word I'm saying here, but they treat them according to how they see them because most women have many men in their lives. That does not mean that they are intimate with all of them. It does not mean that they are smashing all of them because let's be honest, fellas, a lot of guys get a little irritated that, a lot of women have deal with multiple men. And yes, this can be something that is very it's bad, especially if you're trying to get into a relationship. But let's just be completely honest. A lot of women, I'm just going to say this, a lot of women have rotations even when they're not trying. They inadvertently have rotations of men because let's be honest, once again, fellas, we being 100. You know what? Before I start, this is Tarik Talks and this is a midnight podcast. And we're going to be talking about how women treat men according to how they view them sexually. Okay. So there are some women that inadvertently have rotations of men because unfortunately, most men are fucking thirsty. Okay. I'm just going to say it. Guys will go after one chick, no matter if she has a boyfriend, no matter if she's talking to somebody, it does not matter. It does not matter. And yes, it is, if the woman is in a relationship, it is her job to not entertain that BS. But I'm mainly talking about single women. Okay. They're going to get talked to by multiple men. And the chick does not have to look good whatsoever. I've seen it before. The chick could look very, I'm not going to say the U word, but very unfavorable. And she's still going to get a whole bunch of attention. Right? So with that being said, it's just like a influx of guys in her DMs and her inbox messages, social media, real life, in her face, in her phone. So there's going to kind of be a hierarchy for how she views these men and what purpose that they are with her or in her life, whatever. Because most guys are going to be for attention, right? Most guys are going to be for attention. And this is the lowest level. This is the lowest level of attraction that a woman has for a man, is when she uses them for straight up attention. These are the guys that she really has no kind of desire for, no kind of attraction for, other than attention. So these are like the bottom of the totem poles. And that's basically what they're used for. They're used for likes on social media because we all know social media is the number one way for attention. It's just way too easy. It's way too simple. It's like the easiest thing ever. It's like a kid walking into a toy store and he can have whatever the hell he wants. It's too, it's too easy. So these guys are not viewed as attractive whatsoever, but they're there and there's plenty of them. And these guys don't know where they fall into how the woman sees them. And this is a problem because these guys are completely clueless and they get rejected over and over again, but she'll still be talking to him. She'll still accept his DMs. She'll still accept his likes and all that stuff. And they'll take it as, oh yeah, she's attracted to me. No, she views you as, low or very low down. And these guys, it's sad to say, hey, look, they have no self-respect for themselves. Okay. They really have no self-respect because for you to sit there and be rejected time after time, but then still go back and try to talk to somebody, you obviously don't respect yourself or your time. So these guys, they're not viewed in any kind of sexual way at all. And then you have guys that are, they're in, I would say the friend zone, but it's a little more than that. These are guys that do have somewhat of a chance. But the thing about it is they're in backup mode. And that's just it is what it is. They're in backup mode. And when I say backup mode, I mean that, hey, maybe if this chick finds time for him, okay, maybe if she can find time within her quote unquote busy schedule, months and months in, yeah, maybe she'll get with him. Or if she's just lonely as hell, if the guy that she's really sexually into, and I'm gonna get to him in a minute, if the guy that she's really into is either in a process of breaking up with her, or they're just not working out, something ain't going well, and they're parting ways and stuff like that, and he done moved on and he's doing his thing, and the chick just has no other option. Yeah, she'll use a guy that is considered quote unquote friend or whatever, or a guy that she kind of been flirting with, but every time he tries to get together, she has some kind of excuse. And this guy kind of falls in with the attention guy. He kind of falls in with the attention guy in a sense that he's mainly used for attention. He's mainly used for the chick to get her, self-esteem boost up, or whatever you want to call it. Because most of the time, he's talking to her on a phone, FaceTiming, DM, all that other shit, everything but being intimate. So he teeters the line, and he'll probably get it at some point. He'll probably get with her at some point, but this is way farther down the, he's basically in line. Okay, he's basically in line, and that's not really the best case scenario either. Hey, look, if he gets it, he gets it. That's cool. But the problem with these type of guys is they're extremely persistent, and they're the ones that are constantly going after the girl until the girl is like, one day is like, whatever. I have absolutely nothing to do. I have absolutely nothing else to do, and I'm lonely. So bam. And this guy is, like I said, the way she views him is he's barely I in her eyes. Like, he's one of the guys that she deals with, and one of the guys that's constantly hitting her up, that he kind of crosses her mind as potential. And sometimes, not all the time, fellas, let me tell you something, not all the time, these are the type of guys that end up like being boyfriends and stuff like that, because they've been after this chick for so damn long, and at some point she decides. Now, don't think that every guy with a girl that a chick made her boyfriend, or a guy that made the chick his girlfriend, woo, tripped up on that, is like some kind of guy that waited in line and stuff. Sometimes the guy is the one that doesn't want to commit, and she's the one asking for a relationship. But we don't see that too much, because we all know, once again, I'm gonna piss a lot of guys off. Guys are are thirsty as hell, so they're gonna be relentless and going after this chick, and they won't take no for an answer. So just keep that in mind. And speaking of, the guy who doesn't want commitment is usually the guy that she finds the most sexually attractive. And now we're gonna get to the guy that the girl does find extremely sexually attractive. the guy that the girl really does want. And this is, this is the guy on the top of the list. This is the guy that she wants to hang out with. This is the guy that she hits up a lot. This is the guy that pretty much she drops every other plan with every other guy to get with. This is that guy. And this type of guy does not come too often. Does not come too often. You'll see on the internet and social media and stuff, a lot of these girls be capping like, oh yeah, never chase a man and I'll never chase him. And that's a man's job. That's a man's job to chase the woman and all of that, trying to flip the roles kind of and make the guy this super thirsty type of guy, which is ironic because they are not even attracted to those type of guys. They're not even attracted. Because they'll say they want that type of man until it actually happens. They're like, ew, this guy is doing too much. Okay. So, this is the guy that they chase. This is the guy that they go after and hit up all the time. And they actually want to hang out with this guy. And they'll put everything else to the side at that moment. Their weekends, their Saturday. This is the Saturday guy. This is the guy reserved for the weekends, for the Fridays and Saturdays. This is the guy that they really, really mess with. And whatever day that he wants, the girl is going to move everything to the side and be with him. And this is ironically, this is the weird part. This is just the backwarded part about this all. These are the guys that are least likely to commit. Or if they do commit, it takes them a second. It takes them a minute. And ironically, this is the type of guy that girls are really, really attracted to. And this is the type of guy that they go to first and they will be intimate with. Because the other two guys, the first guy, the one on the lowest of the totem pole, he's, like I said, he's just for attention. He's only there to give her compliments and pick her up while she's down. This is usually the guys on social media liking all of her stuff, saying how pretty she is and all that other BS. Those are the type of guys. The other one is, the guy that, like I said, that she kind of views attractive, but not really. She could really do without. And he's just there. He's just there as a backup. Now, this guy is the guy that she is just like, when she looks at him, the same way that men look at a woman that they want and they start getting hard. It's the same way when this chick sees him, she's going to start feeling some type of way. Like, she's like, yeah, this dude, I'm ready. And that doesn't, like I said, that doesn't happen very often. That does not happen very often. And chicks really, they kind of have a hard time with this, even though contrary to popular belief, these chicks are getting down and they're promiscuous. And the thing about that is sometimes chicks will get down with a guy that they're not even really attracted to, but they don't really want him like that. They're not tripping about the guy like that. I'm talking about this guy that they just, that you hear stories of chicks letting a guy use them and, oh, he used me for my car and he used me for my apartment and he was a bum and he didn't have anything, but yet the guy was steady piping her every night. And hell, even, she even had a baby by him. That's the highest form. Now I'm not talking on a respectable level. I'm just using this as an example. Yeah, we've all heard those type of stories. But this is the guy, and a lot of guys don't see this too often because they don't have their sex appeal up. That's first of all. And it's just women don't find most men attractive, okay? So this is the top tier. And for this guy, the chick is just gonna do everything. She's gonna want to hang out even more than he does. She's gonna be with him even more than him. You know, she's going to cook for him. She's going to buy him gifts here and there. She's going to be like, hey, we should do that. Right? She's going to be intimate with him quickly. He's the guy that she's thinking about while she's at work. You know, he's the one that she can't stop thinking about. So, you know, there's different treatment, guys. You need to know where you fall in. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.